哎，我觉得这个包挺好看的。
I think this bag looks really nice. Take a look.
I think it's okay.
Also, it matches well. Miss, how much is this bag? The bag is 45,000 yuan. 45,000 yuan isn't too bad, right?
It's okay.
Then why don't you buy me the bag?
Me buy for you? Why should I buy for you?
It's our first blind date, so you giving me a bag shows your sincerity. Isn't that normal?
You just said it's the first blind date, and you want a 45,000 yuan bag? How's that sincere? I'm here to date you.
It's a blind date. You know that. If we get married, I'll even have your children.
Then why don't you just rob me?
You know this is a blind date, yet you show no sincerity.
Date yourself then. Be sincere with yourself.
Hey, why are you like this?
A recent awkward blind date video has gone viral online. The couple met at a shopping mall, chatting happily while browsing. Unexpectedly, the woman spotted a luxury handbag and asked him to buy it on their first meeting, which immediately scared the man away. Many women display extravagant spending demands, treating men like ATMs, causing more men to lose interest in dating. Let's hear what the man has to say. Why are many men reluctant to pursue relationships nowadays? They just don't want to date anymore. They don't dare to even start a conversation. As soon as we talk, she's out of perfume, a birthday is coming up, the rent is due, or her lipstick is gone. It feels like every time I talk to her, I'm dragging her into a complete disaster. So I believe low-quality relationships are worse than high-quality single life.
Have you bought a house in Hangzhou? You've been working there for so long. Don't you have a home?
Right from the start, can we talk about something else? You jumped straight to asking if I bought a house, miss.
Just asking. Do you have a house and a car?
So you insist on having both a house and a car, right? Does a house need to be a certain size?
If we have children later, definitely 2 bedrooms.
Okay, how big is it?
Around 200 square meters, close to the city center. The car should be at least worth 1 million yuan. If you don't have a degree, a house, or a car, then what do you have?
I'm young. Let me ask you, miss. Do you have a house? What do you have?
No.
Do you have a car?
No.
Then why do you require a man to have a house and a car?
Because I'm a woman.
Isn't gender equality promoted nowadays? You're looking for a safe haven. Put nicely, a partner to rely on for marriage. Put bluntly, you want to use your brief beauty to change your fate and marry into wealth. But can you afford a house? How much do you earn per month? And how much do you expect the man to earn?
At least 500,000 yuan per month.
A monthly salary of 500,000 yuan? How much do you earn?
About 10,000 yuan a month.
Let me ask you something. You think buying a house is a basic requirement for men, right? Both men and women are in their 20s. Why can women spend their own money on cosmetics and clothes, but men have to earn money to buy a house and a car? Young people in their 20s are usually at the beginning of their careers with limited income. Buying a house and a car is a major expense, which is a heavy burden for most young men, especially in first and second-tier cities where housing prices are high. As a result, many men now feel fear towards marriage. Many believe marriage is unfair for men. Men have to pay a bride price, provide gold jewelry, buy a house and a car, and cover wedding expenses that can exceed 1 million yuan. Meanwhile, women only need to bring a dowry. For many men today, the pressure to marry is greater. After working hard through school and career for over 20 years, and with parents' sacrifices, they have little chance to repay their parents before being financially taken advantage of by their bride's family. If the marriage ends in divorce, the property is split, making marriage feel like a source of suffering. As one relationship blogger pointed out, in today's relationships, one side is often willing to spend without limits, aiming to take money from the other. This dynamic has led to the current situation, where more and more men choose to give up on marriage. That explains why marriage rates continue to decline.
My dad said, don't even think about marrying me if you don't have 1 million yuan.
That's quite a lot.
Maybe it's a bit too much. I think 500,000 yuan is enough.
Many men can't even afford 500,000 yuan nowadays.
I think 500,000 yuan should be doable.
That sounds difficult.
Maybe I don't have a clear sense of money because I'm spoiled at home. I've never been denied money. Since I was young, I never looked at prices when buying things. My family always fulfills my wishes.
What are the conditions for marrying you?
Buy me a car.
If your man buys a house, will your name need to be on the deed?
Of course.
Will you contribute money?
I won't pay.
What will you give to the man?
Companionship.
What monthly salary does he need to support you?
Around 60 to 70,000 yuan. 50,000 yuan or more. I make less money. I would say 10 to 20,000 yuan.
Would you marry a man who earns 5,000 yuan a month?
No.
What are your requirements for a partner?
He should be at least 1.8 meters tall, not overweight because overweight men feel greasy. As for salary, I don't have very high standards, but at least 50,000 yuan a month. Ideally, he can give me 10 to 20,000 yuan monthly. For housing, 200 square meter apartment is enough. Also, I don't cook, so I would need to hire a housekeeper. Otherwise, eating takeout isn't good for health.
How much bride price would it take to marry you?
Around 1 million yuan, I guess.
What monthly salary should a man have to support you?
In Beijing, I think at least 40 to 50,000 yuan.
What is your current monthly income?
None.
How much bride price do you want?
2 apartments, 3 million yuan, and a car.
Do you think earning 1 million yuan at age 25 is a tough requirement for men?
Not tough. Many can earn multiple millions by 25.
What do you do now?
I'm a student, so no income.
In a street interview, some women express increasingly demanding standards for men when choosing a partner. Houses, cars, and bride price are no longer enough. They also expect to hire housekeepers, have men take on household chores, and refuse to support their parents-in-law. The video sparked widespread discussion on social media. Social media has amplified these extreme cases, fueling a culture of comparison. Some women, influenced by the belief that marrying well equals success, see marriage as a shortcut to a better life. In reality, this pressure on men is pushing many towards rejecting marriage altogether. This exploitation of men will ultimately backfire, leaving these women unmarried as they grow older.
I was born in 1989. I'm 36 years old, unmarried and without children. I'm considered an old leftover woman, someone others see as unable to find a partner. My classmates' second children are already in elementary school, but I'm still single without even a boyfriend. When I was younger, I focused entirely on my career and didn't put effort into relationships, which delayed my marriage. I don't know if I'll ever find someone. My mother often urges me seriously to get married and to lower my standards. Now seeing my situation, my family has given up on me. I'm 33, unmarried and without children. Everyone tells me men can be relied on, so I have to rely on myself. Only by being successful can I marry well and live a happy life. So I worked hard for 10 years and lived in loneliness for 10 years. When I reached my 30s, I wanted to get married, but I found there wasn't any eligible single man around me. My mother tells me every night that she can't sleep. She has shamelessly used all her connections to find someone for me, but when people see that I'm in my 30s, they lose interest in getting to know me. It's 2 a.m. now. I would rather sit in my car than go back to a home where I'm alone. No matter how luxurious the house is, it's cold and empty. That will be my lonely home for the rest of my life. I don't want to grow old alone, but I don't know what to do.
In China, traditional views deeply embed age bias against women, especially unmarried women over 30 who are often labeled as leftover women, while men face far less pressure. This double standard narrows the dating and marriage options for older women. Some older women express their loneliness, anxiety, and uncertainty about their future on social media. This sentiment is common in today's society, especially among women who have devoted much energy to their careers but feel empty in love and marriage, longing to find a partner. Why do older single women struggle to get married? A matchmaker asked a man who has dated such women this question. Let's hear his response. I absolutely won't accept single women over 30. She's already 32. Why would I marry her?
But aren't you 35? She's 3 years younger than you, and I can see that she has a stable job.
I met older single women in real life. Let me tell you, women over 30 share 6 common problems.
That's exaggerated. What are those 6 problems? Tell me.
First, when they were younger, they saw the world and developed very high standards, thinking no one is good enough for them. Second, their looks have started to decline, but they still live in the photos from their youth, calling every man unattractive. Third, their fertility ability is declining, so having children will be difficult later. Fourth, their personality is hard to get along with. If they were easygoing, someone would have already pursued them. Fifth, there's no love, only transactions. They start by discussing conditions, your car, house, salary, whether your parents have pensions. It's all about calculations. 6. If they had a great boyfriend before, they expect their current boyfriend to be even better. They don't consider why their ex didn't marry them despite treating them well.
You're being too absolute. If you think all women over 30 who are unmarried have problems, you're 34 and still single too. So by that logic, you have problems as well.
I admit I have problems. Does she admit hers? Another matchmaker believes that older single women aren't unable to get married, is that men don't dare to marry them. They don't have a princess's life, but they do have princess syndrome.
The final outcome for many older single women is being priced but unsellable. Just like the current market for second-hand houses, there are many available but no buyers. You have to understand that foolishness and wealth rarely exist in the same person. Yet older single women always hope to find someone who is both rich and good to them. From my many years as a matchmaker, I've seen too many older single women end in truly tragic situations. My advice to all older single women is to have a clear and realistic understanding of themselves. The dating market is essentially a matching process. Overly idealistic standards will inevitably leave someone single in the end. I have a boyfriend now. We've been together for a year and we are already preparing for marriage. For the wedding banquet, my family wants 20,000 yuan per table, while his family wants 15,000 yuan per table. Why does your family want 20,000 yuan per table? Is that just vanity? How old are you? I'm 30. What do you do? I work in a bank. What about him? He works at a top-tier hospital, like Shanghai Ruijin or Zhongshan Hospital. Did he graduate with a PhD? No, a master's degree. It's already good he can find someone like you with a bank job. Where did you graduate from? An Ivy League school abroad. What's your monthly salary? About 10,000 yuan. You earn just over 20,000 yuan a month and want a 20,000 yuan wedding banquet? Isn't that ridiculous? Why are you so vain? A 15,000 yuan banquet isn't even enough, yet you want 20,000. His family can afford it, but they won't pay because they dislike your attitude. Why pretend to be richer than you are? If that's the case, just don't get married. Divorce if you have to. These two families can agree. Yours is all about vanity. Theirs is practical. They are already paying off loans, living a careful and honest life. They are not on the same page. You should find someone who can afford a 100,000 yuan banquet. That's impressive and glamorous. If I were your mother-in-law, I would kick you out without a second thought.
A lavish wedding can cost hundreds of thousands or even over 1 million yuan. To satisfy a culture of comparison, some women demand wedding banquets beyond the man's financial means. Host Bai Rui harshly criticized women who insist on sky-high wedding expenses as pretending to be richer than they are, urging single women to be practical in relationships. Bai Rui's blunt remarks highlight a clash in values, implying this woman is not suitable for marriage and should stay single rather than burden a good man. He noted that doctors are in high demand and should be reserved for deserving partners. If the couple's values don't align, it's better not to marry, as marriage would bring more troubles, meaning one compromise will lead to countless more.
Many women say they don't understand why some men refuse to pay bride price. Let me give you an example. A man who is 24 years old enters society, earning about 10,000 yuan a month. If he starts dating, after a few years, he might not save a single yuan. If he doesn't date, he won't travel, won't go to expensive places, won't attend concerts or movies, won't buy new clothes, even wears worn-out underwear. His life may seem boring to others, but he knows he has to save money just to be respected by society. Otherwise, he's worthless than a dog. This is society's demand on men. To save tens of thousands, his youth is spent in loneliness and hardship. The money he saves eventually becomes a bride price. Is this fair? If marriage only required a bride price, it might be okay. But in reality, he also has to buy a car, a house, pay for renovations, furniture, TV, the wedding dress, diamond ring, honeymoon, and all future living costs. Most of the expenses fall on the man, draining an ordinary family's savings. If you still demand a bride price as your security, then who provides security for the man? Everyone is an independent individual with the ability to earn. Security should come from within.
A recent video posted by a matchmaker struck a chord with many parents of young men. A person from Shanxi commented that raising a son is tough not only for the parents, but also for the son himself. He urged parents to treat their sons well because sons often only receive love from their parents. Once married, wives tend to constantly pressure their husbands to fulfill their own desires. This comment received almost 1,000 replies. One person said, "I've come to realize that women today are no longer like those from the 60s and 70s. Whether my son marries or not doesn't matter, as long as he is safe and healthy." This reflects a sense of unfairness and pressure felt by men's families in today's marriage market, as well as resistance to current relationship dynamics.